This is Rosewood Reborn, Part 1, 7 Days of Ruin. I'm James Earl Jones.
You ever heard, man, this church bell toll? Oh, Lord, you know I'm underground.
The whole world knew what happened in Rosewood, but we have buried it in our collective memory. We have had historical amnesia.
If you want to understand why there is still so much tension between the races, why blacks don't trust whites, and why whites fear blacks, you can go to Rosewood.
Them bell toning, church burning down. They burned down all our churches. And all them people had knives on, they burned them all down. But Rosewood was a little place that they couldn't come in and run. We had what we want, and we didn't have to beg for nothing.
The building itself was nothing but what we call the nigger shack. We're talking about the hard laborer that doesn't know any difference. That's all he's ever done all his life, working the woods, working turpentine, working logging. They didn't have money.
When all the killing was going on, when the mob was running amok, someone stopped for a minute and knelt and prayed. And God heard this prayer, and he made a decision that Rosewood would be addressed.
The black community of Rosewood was wiped out during the first week of 1923. More than 70 years later, the state of Florida paid survivors of that massacre and their descendants. The only time in U.S. history that a government, federal or state, compensated victims of mass racial violence. So Rosewood's story isn't just history.
Hardly a week goes by that I don't read an editorial or hear someone on TV saying they aren't going to feel guilty any longer for being white, that they weren't responsible for slavery. Well, my answer to that is forget slavery. Examine how blacks have been treated in this country since the end of the Civil War up to the present. If you want to understand why there is still so much tension between the races, you can go to Rosewood.
Yet Rosewood is not simply a tale in black and white. Some whites saved black lives, and some say the incident started when the black community helped a white fugitive. But that is one of the many mysteries about Rosewood that has never been and probably can never be settled.